Welcome back to the Oracle's Voice. Let's dive into some seriously captivating stories. Ready?
Absolutely. Bring on the myths and legends.
Today we're tackling a god who embodies duality like no other. Mercury, the Roman god, or if you prefer his Greek name, Hermes. Messenger, psychopomp, god of trade. He's got it all.
And let's not forget a bit of a reputation as a trickster, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's that blend of mischief and duty that makes him so intriguing.
Exactly. Even as a newborn, he's already stirring up trouble. Imagine stealing Apollo's sacred cattle right after being born.
Okay, but it's not just any cattle theft. This is Mercury we're talking about. Reverse hoof prints, branches for shoes, the works. It's almost like he was born to outsmart everyone.
It really does make you wonder if those stories were the ancient Roman equivalent of the dog ate my homework, you know?
Right, oh, these reversed hoof prints. Must have been the wind Apollo.
But here's the thing, even though he gets caught because even gods can't outsmart everyone, he talks his way out of it.
Not just talks his way out of it. He offers Apollo this incredible peace offering. The lyre, crafted from a tortoise shell.
Talk about turning a moment of mischief into a gesture of reconciliation. And pure genius, too. Don't forget, the lyre becomes this symbol of music and harmony, forever linking him to Apollo.
It's almost like he planned the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Orchestrating chaos just to achieve a desired outcome.
Now, wouldn't that be something? A master manipulator from the moment he was born. The myths certainly leave room for that kind of interpretation, don't they?
Okay, so we've got this image of Mercury as this quick-witted, mischievous messenger. But then there's this other side to him, a side that's a bit more serious. The psychopomp, the guide of souls to the underworld.
Not exactly a role you typically associate with a prankster, is it?
Not exactly. So for those who might not be familiar, what does it even mean to be a psychopomp?
Well, think of it this way. When souls make their final journey, transitioning from the world of the living to the realm of the dead, someone's got to be there to show them the ropes. That's the psychopomp. And in Roman mythology, that role, that responsibility, falls to Mercury.
Out of all the gods, why Mercury? What makes him the right fit for such a, well, somber task?
Well, who better to guide souls on this journey than the god known for his speed, for being able to move between realms?
It's almost like those winged sandals weren't just for show.
Not at all. They represent his ability to traverse those different planes of existence, the world of living and the realm of the dead, and his neutrality, too. He's a messenger.
So he is. He's used to navigating different worlds, conveying information, but not passing judgment.
Exactly. And you see this reflected in the myths about the underworld. Imagine the soul arriving at the river Styx.
Okay, I'm picturing it. Misty river. A sense of, well, foreboding. Who shows up to greet these souls? Charon.
In some accounts, it's Mercury himself, waiting there by the riverbank, ready to deliver the souls to Charon. He ensures their safe arrival before they embark on that next stage of their journey.
So even in death, no escaping those bureaucratic processes, but that seems like, well, a pretty thankless job, even for a god. Just ushering souls toward the unknown. What did the Romans believe happened after that crossing over?
Well, the underworld wasn't seen as just one big void. They envisioned different realms within it. You had Elysium, for instance, for the virtuous, and Tartarus.
Okay, for those who maybe, well, hadn't quite mastered the art of ethical living.
You got it.
So it's like a cosmic sorting office. You get assessed and then directed to the appropriate afterlife destination. Was Mercury involved in that too?
Some myths suggest that he acts as a guide once the souls are ferried across the river Styx, leading them to their designated realm based on the lives they'd lived.
So he's not just a messenger. He's like a cosmic travel agent. He makes sure everyone reaches the right destination. But there's still this element of mystery, isn't there? We don't really have detailed accounts of Mercury judging souls or interacting with them in the underworld.
Right. And that's what I find so interesting. It's almost as if his role was more about ensuring a smooth transition, not passing judgment or influencing the soul's fate.
Which, when you think about it, is a perfect reflection of his role as a messenger of the gods.
Exactly.
He delivers the message. He doesn't write it. He guides the souls, but he doesn't judge them.
Precisely. He's a conduit, a facilitator. And this idea of facilitating movement, of connecting different realms, it's also central to his role as the god of commerce.
Okay, now that's a connection I wouldn't have made. How do you go from, like, guiding souls to overseeing business deals? It seems like a bit of a leap, even for a god.
I mean, you're right. When you put it that way, it does kind of make sense. What is commerce, right? If not an exchange, a movement of, well, goods and services. Exactly. And who better to oversee these exchanges, these movements, than the God who embodies movement, embodies communication? And think about it, this ability to bridge different worlds.
And you need all of that for commerce, right? Merchants back in ancient Rome, they relied on swift travel, clear communication. I imagine a little luck never hurt either, especially if you wanted to secure those lucrative deals.
Absolutely. Remember, we're talking about a god known for his silver tongue, his ability to persuade, to negotiate. He was the original smooth talker. And those are skills that would have been, let's just say, highly valued in the world of commerce.
It's making me rethink those ancient Roman marketplaces. I'm
Mm.
picturing Mercury there, hidden in plain sight, maybe whispering words of encouragement to a nervous merchant, or, perhaps subtly influencing a buyer with, like, a touch of divine persuasion.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past him. You know, what really stands out to me about all of these stories, all these different sides of Mercury, is that they paint such a vivid picture
A picture of.
of a god who's so deeply intertwined, so connected with, well, with the human experience.
Yeah. In what way?
Think about it. He's the messenger, the communicator.
Right.
He bridges that gap between, gods and humans.
Okay. Yeah.
But he's also the guide, the psychopomp, leading souls through that ultimate transition from life to death. And then on top of that, he's also the patron of commerce. He oversees the exchange of goods and services, which were and still are so essential to human society. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. He's there at every stage.
Wow, you're right. He's not just some distant deity off on Mount Olympus. He's right here with us in those everyday moments.
Exactly. And I think that's a big part of why these stories, they still resonate with us even today. They remind us that, well, life is a journey. And it's a journey that's filled with challenges, with transitions, with opportunities for mischief, but also for growth.
And those opportunities. Sometimes a little bit of Mercury's cleverness, that ability to think outside the box, to find those unexpected solutions, well, that can be our greatest asset.
Absolutely. So next time you're in a tough spot, remember Mercury. Remember the trickster messenger, the guide of souls, the patron of commerce. He might just inspire you to embrace the unexpected, to really trust your instincts, and to try to approach those challenges with a little wit, maybe a little bit of that playful spirit. And who knows, right? That might be the key to unlocking your own very own personal legend.